Okay, y'all, so I get asked this question literally almost every single day of how do I have enough energy to work the second shift? How do I have enough energy to even work out or get ready when I am raising a toddler, running a business, taking care of a home, all of these things? How do I have energy to do anything else? And so I want to address that conversation today, really about stretching your capacity to do more and actually not burn out at the sake of it. Because I know a lot of us, we want to achieve a lot of goals. Like you want to achieve something really extraordinary in this lifetime, and you know what it takes, like a certain level of obsession and drive and discipline. And yet, you likely have burnt out before. You likely have experienced something where you pushed an edge a little bit too far. And now, as you have stepped into becoming a mom or this next season of life where you have multiple projects, multiple responsibilities, and you know you need to lock in essentially and get into this flow state. But the timings of which that would happen, which is either early morning or late at night, you're like, I'm zapped. I don't have the energy to do that. And so if that is you today, this episode is going to be all around how I've been able to master this, because I can relate to that feeling of just knowing you need to do something, but then also the real human experience of your body not allowing you to make that happen. And I want to talk about how to actually get your body on board to make that happen. So if you guys are new here, I'm so excited. Welcome to the Soft Savage podcast, where we share everything about being a multifaceted, multi-passionate woman, about being soft and savage, especially for you mama bears that are looking to have it all. And if you guys are interested in hearing more about this stuff, make sure that you head over to Instagram, because my Instagram is @ITS Laura Patricia Martin, and I dive into so much more on this. And it really goes so far for you to subscribe to this podcast or this YouTube if you're watching it on YouTube. Like, it does so much for our business. So thank you in advance for doing that. So why are you exhausted by 8 p.m.? Like, why, when you know, okay, this is like uninterrupted time, whether it is your kids went to bed or your husband is doing something else, like this time at night, you know you could easily get into a flow state, but 8 p.m. rolls around, the kids go down, and you're like, I'm tired, like you're cross-eyed. And the truth is, what happens during the day? Why I'm able to master this is I'm not trying to do 8,000 things a day during the day. What I see a lot from specifically the mom community is this, while you're trying to write content, you're trying to make a funnel, you're trying to take care of your kid, you're trying to do sensory play, you're trying to do laundry, clean the house at the same time, you're trying to also listen to a podcast to better your relationship, you're trying to learn another language, and all of these aren't fully actually getting done, but it's just like your ADD and all the tabs are open in your brain, so you're trying to execute on all of them. Versus going, this is where I'm going to focus my attention. Like, none of these things are actually getting your full attention. Not the business, not your kid, not your home, none of it. It's all kind of half-assed and split-brained. And you can even think back to times when this was working for you, is when you were like single and it was just you, and it's so easy. You could do whatever you want. Like, there is no time frame or someone pulling at your energy or things that need to get done at a dire time. Like, you are solely just focused on you. And so you know what that part feels like. And I think a lot of us are trying to get back to that state, and you're competing for these parts in your brain of just like, oh, but I know how this feels. So if I do this, then I should feel that way. And it's not happening. So yet you're still trying to compact all of this together, thinking eventually it'll all work. But all you're doing is switching tasks, which is confusing your nervous system. Have you ever, a good example of this, have you ever been driving and you're legitimately doing nothing, and yet you've never been more tired when you finish driving? You're just beat. Yeah, because as you're driving, you're doing things, although it's on like the back of your mind and it's kind of just, you're like flowing through, but like you're aware of the road, maybe not with the self-driving cars now, but like you're aware of the road, you're aware of the map, you're aware of what's happening around you, you're aware of driving the car, you're aware of things that you're not even aware of. That's the same thing that's going on in a mom's brain, is all of this stuff is happening around you and you're just doing it because that's what we do as moms. But by the end of the day, because have you ever gotten to the end of the day and you're like, I don't know what I actually did today. Like, I don't think I did anything productive, but I'm freaking beat. Yeah, because you're going through life, you're responding to life, and all of these things are happening to you. And your nervous system, whether you recognize it in your brain or not, is switching between these different tasks. It's exhausting. It's exhausting, and it doesn't actually give your nervous system a time to breathe. And yet you're doing it on repeat every single day from 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. You're just task switching. So by 8 p.m., you're not really tired from doing too much. You're tired from switching too much. And so there's a difference between actual physical exhaustion, like when you get to the end of a race or a really good workout and you did something. Like this is the feeling I have after my second shift, after a full day of everything, where I lay down at the end of the night and it's just like I am exhausted in the best way possible. Like I'm physically exhausted, I'm mentally exhausted, sometimes I'm emotionally exhausted, but the good feeling, not the I don't know, I guess some people take like weed gummies or something. I do not do that. But like I need something to take the edge off, or I need to go drown in something because I'm overstimulated and I need to just turn off. That's when you can tell that your nervous system is just depleted. And that just because you can't get into the second shift, it doesn't mean you're lazy. It just means you need to work on understanding your nervous system a little bit more. And so the way your nervous system works is that it needs input, right? Like you need to be doing these things to actually expand your capacity. That's what you're doing. But in order for your capacity to actually expand, you also need recovery. You need time where your nervous system is at rest. And what happens as a mom is like, that doesn't happen until 8 p.m. It's just, okay, my kid's sleeping, and so I'm going to do this, or they're at school, or they're out with a friend, or they're doing independent play, so I'm going to go do these things, and I'm going to task switch, and I'm going to do this stuff, and I'm going to stretch. And instead of saving your energy so that at the end of the day, you're going to have these uninterrupted 3 hours, you're taking these like 10 to 40 minute windows and trying to task switch, thinking you're getting more work done when really you're not, because you're doing things in a constrained window that can easily be interrupted at any time. Your kid can wake up, your husband can come home, something can happen, someone can call you. Like there's so many, like I can think of yesterday. Yesterday was supposed to be a deep dive work day for me. I did not have my kid, which rarely ever happens. I did not have my son on a Monday. I was like, okay, I'm going to dive head first into work. And I did in the morning. And then it seemed like a series of events was just happening with the closest people in my life up until about 11 p.m. at night. And I'm just having to bounce between different people and helping them and all this kind of stuff that was happening, which is lovely. Like I love being lifelines for people. And, you know, it makes me feel blessed that I have people in my life that I can support in that type of way. But it was this like task switching in my brain. So come the end of the night, my nervous system, when I wanted to sit down and do the second shift, I'm like, I don't have it in me. Like it's not a thing. Why? Because I was actually depleted and I didn't actually give myself recovery or input or recovery that day. I gave myself so much input. And so when you notice these things start to happen, it's okay, where can you actually move this overstimulation? Where can you actually, even if it's just 5 minutes, where can you actually notice that, you know, where are you putting too much in? Because a lot of the times when we're sitting there and it's like, I'm touched out, I'm overstimulated, I have this going on, it's not even about noise. Noise is I notice this in my body when I'm overstimulated by, say, I don't know, something my son like wants to listen to, or even just my own music. It's not because of noise. It's because the rest of my day, I've been having too many open loops that my brain is at just pure capacity. And anything else is just going to overstimulate me. So if I'm trying to like focus in on maybe a program that I'm catching up on, or like a mastermind that I'm trying to tune into, or like anything that would help me learn or do anything, like I think, oh, it's noise. No, it's not. It's that in that day, I did not give myself enough recovery time between whatever the inputs were. You know, there's no consistency when it becomes a mom. Like we can try for that schedule, but there actually is, you know, no actual consistency. That's the thing, but there's too many open loops. There's too many half-finished tasks. There's too many things. And so you get to the end of the day and you're sitting there and it's like, I'm not satisfied because what did I even do? And what projects did I actually complete? And what is going on here? And then you lay in bed and you're like, I have so much to do, but have nothing to show for it. And then you have that guilt inside your brain that honestly, as a mom, we are just trying to eliminate as much as possible. Because getting through that isn't willpower. It's that your nervous system needs to have spaces where it can actually have outlets. So let's talk about how to actually structure that to actually make the second shift possible. And second shift, it doesn't even have to be at night. Like if your kids actually sleep through the morning, by all means. I know some girlies wake up at 4 and they use that window. My kid, if I wake up, he's going to wake up with me. Like I've tried the early morning one and he's like, what are we doing? Versus night, he's passed out. He's in his room. He's not seeking me. Like, I mean, sometimes he is if he's sick, but like, he's just like, I'm passed out. I've completed my mission for the day. My nervous system is tapped. I'm out. And I know I will have uninterrupted time versus in the morning. I can't guarantee he's not going to wake up and crawl out and go, Mom, what are you doing? Like, not that he says that, but you know what I mean? So I have found the night shift to be so much better for me. And the night shift is he goes down about 8 and until about 11, I am in flow state and lock in because I know that's the thing that actually gets my business moving is me being able to have uninterrupted time versus like these like sprints. Like during the day, I can do say content or something like that because I don't need a flow state necessarily to get that done. But when I'm building my company and the creation and the back end and the big vision stuff and like where I want to take stuff, that needs a lock-in moment. And so that's where the second shift comes in. So it does require a nervous system that has the energy to do that, especially one that that will not be taking coffee at 8 p.m. at night or any type of stimulant because we do eventually want to go to bed because we have to wake up at 6 a.m. with our kid. So it's really looking at how to make this all happen. And I truly believe with understanding your nervous system and organization and how to build a village, whether that's with people or AI, which I talk about a lot with the Hot Mom, Hot Business, you can do it all. Like I genuinely believe in my soul, you can do it all. You can go to the gym, you can have a hot body, you can make bank, you can be present with your kids, you can enjoy relationships, like you can enjoy your life again and have girl time and have pleasure and things like that. But not all at the same time. The thing in this pressure of like a woman that is in this state of like finding herself, which is any postpartum mom or any mom in general, it's this constant wave of like, who am I in this season? Who am I during this stage of development with my child? Who am I in this stage of my relationship? Like, what does this actually look like? Like we're constantly in this like meeting making machine moment. And so you're allowed to have all the things, but literally not at the same time. Like when I'm at the gym, yes, I'm doing content, but that's not really my time when I'm present with my son. Like I bring him to the gym, don't get me wrong, but like I'm not trying to mother or like teach or he has sensory play all over that. I put him in the gym. It's just him and I sort that out. We have a gym here, so he gets to mess around and find out. And so he's just playing and taking things in. And I can tell once he's over it, then my workout's done. Whether that's sometimes 40 minutes, which is great, but majority of the time it's like 25 minutes and he's done. And that's okay. And I get that in and then I'm done with that. I don't beat myself up that I didn't get to the last set or like something like that. It's like I did the best I could with the time that I was given. And then I move on to my next task and I figure out how to do things. And then I move on to like, it's one task at a time that I'm getting things done in order to know I'm not going to override my system. I've noticed on days when I'm trying to task switch too much and I'm trying to write this code, I'm trying to do these things, I'm trying to make this funnel, I'm trying to make this downloadable and this freebie, I'm trying to think of content, I'm trying to record the content and edit it, I'm trying to also create the graphics, I'm trying to answer clients on the back end, I'm trying to promote the podcast, think of the podcast, do the kind of things, I'm trying to do the YouTube channel, I'm trying to, make my home while also being present with my kid. That's when I feel like I'm literally a loser and I can't get anything done and I feel like nothing is going to happen versus going, okay, here's what's happening between I'm with my son in the morning because one, I love it and he loves it. It's uninterrupted time until 8 p.m. After 8 p.m., We go on our walk to nature because I live by a forest preserve, and we go and we stare at trees, and then we go to the gym. Like, he gets my time until about 9 a.m. And then he has independent play and he's good, and that can last from 20 to 40 minutes. Great, cool. I get my workout in then. While also thinking of content ideas, but some of the times I just want to lock in and this is my moment to myself. And I take that moment to myself. If he's going to be entertained, I'm sitting there being like, what do I actually need in the morning? I need to remember I'm a badass bitch and I need to lock the fuck in and see how strong I am and do these types of things. That's what's going to actually propel my business forward and me as a mother forward. And then I move into, okay, we get home. That's when he takes the nap. His first nap window, and I get it, I'm blessed, he has 2 naps a day. His first nap window, I work. I get the tasks I need to do in the morning done. And I do that without shame. I do that without guilt. Nap could be anywhere from like an hour and a half to 25 minutes. It really depends on my son. Cannot predict that one. But I'm going to get as much of what I need done during that time. I'm going to answer clients. I'm going to create the content I need to. I'm going to schedule it out. I'm going to write things that I need to do. I'm going to do all of that stuff. And then when he wakes up, I'm with him. Like, we're messing around. We're doing sensory play. We're being weird. We're animals. Like, we're reading. Like, it is the time of our life. And then he goes to bed again in the afternoon. And I do this crazy thing and I nap with him. Because I know if I were to work in that time period, I'm already tired. I'm already overstimulated. I'm already overstimulated because I've been doing things since 6 a.m., right? Like, I've been mama bear, protective, survival brain, laser focused. Okay. Then I need a nap. I need a reset. And I know if I can actually use that nap to reset my nervous system, by the time he starts going to bed, I now have energy to lock in for 3 hours. You see what I'm saying here? Like, I'm really strategically using my energy throughout the day. I'm not trying to get everything done. I'm going, okay, and I'm checking with my body. How tired am I right now? Do I need the nap? Because I could use this window, which I can't actually lock in with, because my kid could wake up at any time. Nap windows for me, I can't actually fully relax because I know he's going to wake up at any time. So I'm constantly having an ear out for him to wake up. So it's things that I can just get done, right? That require me in order for them to get done. And if my body is tired, or if I'm feeling burnt out and overstimulated, I'm going to rest too, because I then can know later in the evening I'm going to be able to lock in, because I actually compartmentalized my energy a little bit more to be able to utilize the time that I'm going to have at night. And so I make sure that I'm never doing everything all at the same time. And if I would love to say never, but that's a broad statement. I do sometimes. Like, I get anxiety. I'm a very normal human being, and I want to get things done, and I feel pressure and time constraints, and, get excited about things and work on the wrong thing and then get overpacked on the other things. And like, it's very normal. But then I catch my body and I'm like, okay, where am I at now? And how is this going to impact me tonight? Because I am very protective over that bubble of where's my energy at, so that I can actually execute tonight, because my biggest vision for my life is to make a fuck ton of money, but at the same time be a very present mother. And so if I'm doing my second shift being burnt out and tired and I'm forcing it, I'm going to wake up the next morning and I'm going to be burnt out and tired because I didn't actually use my energy well. And now I'm going to not be present with my kid because I'm going to have split energy. I'm going to have not as much patience and kindness. I mean, I'm not as kind, but you know what I mean, with my kid when he's just being a toddler, versus when I'm strategically using my energy and paying attention to my energy and fueling myself well and making sure I'm taking time for myself and to breathe during the day, and using when he's doing independent play, not needing to jump to a next task and like do something for my business or the house, just being like, the dishes can wait until tonight. I'm going to go put my face in the sun. I'm going to go breathe for a second. I'm going to pick up my son and I'm going to dance to our favorite music. I'm going to do things that fill me up so that my energy at night, which is where I know is my highest leverage energy to use towards my business and the things that I want. And even if it's not my business and I want to do some like deep healing work and like shadow work or something like that, I have the energy to do those things, versus, I'm going to do this and then I don't have overflow. So then in the morning I'm pouring from an empty cup and my son's not going to benefit from that. And neither are my clients. So being able to sit and really protect your energy. and not trying to split your days in half and trying to get all this stuff done and task switching and thinking, oh, I can make it all work and I can do all these things. It's like, no, get in a schedule and a rhythm and notice your body, protect your energy over all things. Make sure if you're feeling, oh, it's 11 a.m. and I'm already touched out. Okay. Can you give them some sensory play so you can go take 5 minutes to go put your face in the sun? Can you just close your eyes for a second and breathe deep into your belly in the middle of your kid having a tantrum? Can you take time in the morning? Maybe you don't have the full routine you used to have when you were single or before your kids got here or before you had multiple kids. Can you take a little bit of time in the morning where you do something for yourself? For me, that's the Bible, or just stretching. Like lately it's hard with my Bible with my son. I'm not going to even lie about that because he likes to rip out and do things in it. Anytime I bring something towards him, he's like, mine. So I found stretching and praying while I stretch has been really helpful because I can do that with my son. I pick him up and have him join me. I can do that. Like, it's these little pockets of noticing, hey, I'm pouring from a half empty cup. I need to do something to fill mine up right now. Oh, I'm really tired right now. I'm going to take a nap without guilt. I'm going to actually rest with my baby. I'm going to do these things because my input system is indicating I need recovery right now. That's what you have to move with your body on. If you're looking to maximize these windows of opportunity that you can actually work on your business and make things happen, protect that. Above all else, I'm not protecting these 20 or 45-minute windows that I get little breaks on throughout the day. I'm not getting anything actually productive done at that time. I'm just doing a TaskRabbit thing. But the window of opportunity that I can actually make money in and do things that can actually make my son have the best future he could possibly have and give him insane opportunities that will give him a leg up in life, yeah, I'm going to protect that over anything throughout the day so that when it comes to 8 to 11, I can lock in and I can get all of that done and I can do insane things. This is a huge leg up in the game for any ambitious woman that is also running a household. And even if you're not in that stage yet, but you made it through this entire podcast because you're curious and you're learning about it, I love you. One, pre-housewife era, get it, girl. But this is also for those of you that are dating and need to maximize your time because dating takes a lot of fucking energy. Getting to know someone takes a lot of energy. And so there has to be these buckets of your day that are like, before I ever even had a kid or had my son's father in my life or any of that stuff, me and my best friend Steph, who actually was just on the podcast, we talked about the luxury jewelry episode. We would talk about how if we're on vacation or even if we're together, like, or separate, it's like you need 2 hours in the morning to work. Otherwise, you're a bitch the whole day because you realize I didn't do the thing that actually lights up my soul and makes me feel accomplished for the day. I just fucked around and just give me 2 hours in the morning to lock in and work. And then the rest of the day I can have fun. But like if I skip that window, then the whole day I'm thinking about work. It's the same thing in motherhood. It's like, okay, if I skip my window at 8 p.m. because I'm so tired from the whole day, yeah, I'm going to have guilt. I'm going to have built up bitterness and misalignment because I know what I want to be doing and I'm not doing it. And that feeling is worse than anything else. So how do I actually protect the thing that's going to do and take me forward? And I gift this to you guys to really see how to do this. And honestly, a huge leg up in this is having your village and looking at stuff. And I can't get over this enough. And I know it seems like a weird thing because it's like, oh, you're just another AI bro and like whatever. But it's not. I think an AI is a huge help in protecting your nervous system as a mom building her business. You can use AI to deploy so many things at night if you work on creating your little projects and code and different back-end things. I'm no expert in this yet, but I have found when I'm learning AI, and this is what I'm teaching my girlies in the Hot Mom, Hot Business Mastermind, which is opening up in July for enrollment, is how to actually set this up, not just for your business, but also your home and your relationships. Because when everything is organized and their systems and their schedules, and you are using your second shift to input the right stuff, so then during the day, it's telling you essentially what to do. Because I don't know about you, but like I'm not thinking about anything during the day other than my kid. And so when there's things that need to be done, I need to be told what to do. Like I become an employee of my child and of the day, and my brain just shuts off. And so using AI as your village to run your business, to run your home, to run the back end, to run the medial tasks, to do the things that like your brain has split energy on. Because if you've ever been sitting there playing with your kid, and then all of a sudden this idea of a reel comes up, or like this idea of, oh shit, I didn't answer that text or that email, or like, fuck, I need to answer these people. people and like, damn, this project, I completely forgot to execute this. You have an AI agent, you have a system on the back end that's already working on that. And then you sit down for your second shift and it's already done. So you're actually sitting down to tasks that you're going to execute that make you money versus sitting there cleaning up all the missing pieces and all the stupid shit that takes us hours on end to begin with. Like that is why the second shift energizes me. It's not these like low hanging fruit tasks. I don't lose energy. I'm only working on things that actually give me energy and make me better in the world and as a mom and as a partner and as anyone in the business owner, like all of these things, it helps me versus pulling me away. Yes, there's a lot to learn about it. Yes, there can be overwhelm in that, but like I'm trying to really make this simple for you guys, which is why I've been sharing this stuff on my Instagram, although it seems out of left field, but it's really not. Because it helps with the nervous system. It helps with the second shift. It helps make life so much easier when you can actually add these things in and it doesn't take away from like your voice or the authenticity. It takes away the things that are actually pulling you out of your authenticity and the parts of you that aren't actually fun. It does the not so fun things. So all of this is to say you are not, when you sit there and you're thinking of, I can't even make it to 8 p.m. What is she talking about with the second shift? What the fuck? How do you have energy? Like the amount of DMs and conversations, even with my friends, they've said, like, you're not failing because you can't do that or you can't muster up the energy. Like that is not what's going on here. It's just you haven't protected your nervous system or expanded your capacity or understood how to work with your nervous system in order to make this happen. And my hope and my goal for this episode is that you understand that the second shift isn't about pushing through exhaustion. It's actually about understanding how to find the pockets in your day to maximize and protect that 3 to 4 hours during the day, whether it's in the morning or at night, that you actually can get things done and go into an uninterrupted state, a flow state. And so just looking at how your day is actually structured and organized so that you can breathe a little bit more and then maximize that uninterrupted window and protect that uninterrupted window, whenever that is. That could be lunch while they're at school. Like whatever that is for you, it's just protecting that one little space. So that second shift, because first shift is obviously mom life and home life. Like that is our first shift as we're stay-at-home working moms, as I like to say. But our second shift is where we make fucking bank and we chase that bag and we do the dope ass shit. Whatever time of the day that is, protect that energy with your fucking life, right? And so this is how you actually, you don't get more hours, you don't hustle harder, you don't do any of that stuff. You just reorganize what's happening in your day and you make better containers to make it all happen because you can do it all, just not at once. Not at once. But there is a way of doing these things that isn't just split energy, but just better containers. So I want to hear how this landed for you because the second shift is my favorite shift in the entire world. And this is how you protect the second shift and make it happen in busy seasons and different stages of life and all that kind of stuff. So I want to hear how you guys found this episode. So make sure you come let me know over on Instagram. My Instagram is @ITS Laura Patricia Martin. So it's Laura Patricia Martin. And make sure you give us that 5-star review. And honestly, write in the comments about what landed for you for this so that it can generate some conversation because I love to read that stuff. But I love you guys. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.